wrong. I got the tier wrong for sure. So BronxTaco, this is a blood tier race. Never mind, these are not Obsidian racers. I do have an Obsidian overlay, so let's pop in the blood overlay there. There we go. So it looks like BronxTaco is going to bomb into the blood shop, picking up a torch from it, not too bad, and a cheese just to refill back to full health. Looks like Kath is not going to do that, so Kath is missing out on essentially a free torch there. Well, would have to spend a bomb, but I believe the torch would be very worth the bomb. Although, there is a potion on 1-2, so maybe not spending the bomb was quite worth there. Maybe BronxTaco can find... oh, there is another bomb there, but I was thinking maybe they can find a Minotaur or a Dragon to open this for them. I didn't notice what the boss, the mini-boss was on the previous floor. So mini-bosses cannot repeat. And if it was a Dragon or a Minotaur, that means they won't be able to get that. So there's a possibility of getting a Dire Bat, which won't be able to open that, but it looks like the floor has a Minotaur. So would be able to open that potion room. Didn't use it though, just picked up the bomb and bombed into it. So Kath down to the first boss, which is King Konga. BronxTaco right behind. There is a cracked wall here. I don't think Kath checked it. Maybe BronxTaco will. And it's very good. Picking up the blade armor from it. Arguably could have gone for the fireball there and then just tried to get a armor from the first boss chest. But I think this is still fine. So Kath getting a flawless. BronxTaco is also going to get a leprechaun, so that's some extra protection from bats. Let's see what Kath checks here. So checks black and it's glass armor, so not very good. BronxTaco definitely looking a lot better here compared to Kath. And we'll probably be checking a purple chest because BronxTaco already does have a piece of armor, so won't be needing that black chest check anymore. So maybe can get an extra ring or a spell. So let's see what happens there. Looks like took a small hit, but only half a heart, so it's all good. Hopefully. There's still a potion and an apple. They're ready to be used. King Konga is dead. Kath found a pull spell somewhere that I completely missed, and I think I've seen Kath use it on in 1-2 already, so it must have been 1-2 purple chests probably. BronxTaco getting a ring of protection from the purple chest, purple boss chest, so probably not really what you want to see. You already have enough protection, you kind of want something different really, either a spell or a ring like regen or peace would be way better there. And the black chest did not have anything too good either. The black chest had a glass, so maybe in case they die, they might just go again and skip a chest on King Konga or go for red, because neither of the purple or the black chest were very good. Kath finding Round of Teleportation, so that's an extra hit protection, but if you get hit at a wrong position, you might get teleported to the shop, which might not always be what you want to see. Could delay them quite a bit. So Kath onto the second boss, pushing quite fast there. BronxTaco is a bit behind, 3 floors now. And doesn't have any spells, so an extra spell is going to be quite beneficial for Melody. Kath unfortunately losing the flawless there because bumped into D+. D+ is definitely one of the most difficult bosses for Melody. Takes a bit. Ooh, this is looking spooky for BronxTaco. He's getting close to a full strand, but fortunately handling it well. So Kath missing the flawless on the boss. Not gonna get much else there. Looks like BronxTaco is taking their time. Let's see what they find. So that's a wall torch. I think you picked that. Yeah, over the bright torch. This will give you extra mapping, showing you walls. Makes it easier for you to see where you need to go. The Kath is quite ahead, but with a very minimal build. Only lost the potion already. And yeah, there it goes. That's why you probably should drink the purple potion. I was just thinking that maybe they should drink the purple potion because they were at 1 heart already. So that means most of the things will kill you in just one hit, and that's exactly what happened. So Hot Dog doing the final deed there. So BronxTaco onto Deep Blues now. Let's see if he gets the Flawless. Maybe check boss chest here. But yeah, BronxTaco looking quite comfortable now with Kath dead and a bit behind. So free spell, yeah, it's a very good one. I think you pick up the gold there, BronxTaco. You don't really need to be saving up any gold. I mean, you don't need to be saving beads to leave out gold. Yeah, there's the purple spell I was mentioning for Kath. So it is on 1-2 purple chest. So I think that BronxTaco should have definitely gone for the boss gold there. You're not really losing too much time if you pick it up. And you probably want to be checking a lot more shops now at this point if you're this far ahead. You want to make sure you stay safe and you don't die. Cat finding the armor that BronxTaco had. Good find now. And going down to 1/4. BronxTaco finding a helm, so that's 2 hearts of protection now. Oh, 2.5 hearts of protection actually. So you can get dunked by a dragon. I forgot about the ring. So you can get dunked by dragons, and they still only deal half a heart to you, just like the white skeletons. So the only thing that can deal more than half a heart of damage, I believe, is... Wait, nothing? I was thinking Deadringer. I don't think there's anything that deals more than 3 hearts of damage, right? Except for Deadringer. I'll wear, and I guess Freddy and Chops. Looks like Kath checked the purple chest there, maybe wasn't paying attention to Taco. Or maybe just wanted the ring, but I think Kath, if they were paying attention to Taco's previous check on the boss chest, they would have known that the chest is a ring of protection, which is not very good, and could have maybe checked red instead. You can just pulse again? Oh boy, that was scary. Maybe Kath a bit reluctant to use blood magic, but probably good. Don't need to be using that much blood magic. Looks like Taco has found some cookies, and there was also bomb spell in the shop, which would have been kind of nice, but unfortunately not able to afford it. Taco using a blood freeze there on the coral reef. This is not what you want to do. I mean, blood freezing there is okay, but the fact when you're freezing coral reef as Malady, you don't really want to go. You don't want to freeze early like you do with Cadence. You want to walk up and make sure you clear the water, because the ice will make you slide. So you want to clear the water, get close to coral reef, and then freeze. So it doesn't place ice all around you, so you can actually back off if you clear the water. Although would not be able to clear the water with the boots currently. So I don't know how you'd handle that situation. I guess freeze and maybe bomb there would have worked as well. But generally, if you don't have water protection, then that's the way you would approach it. Walk up close, and then freeze. Looks like Cat has gotten the flawless on the the second boss, and is going to pick up that free spell, which is going to be very helpful. You could bomb this shrine if you wanted to, bomb it for cheese. Cat is going to stick with the potion though. And Taco has found the Blast Helm. I did not notice exactly where the Blast Helm was found, but somewhere. And the Ring of Peace, so that's definitely good. There was a freeze scroll in the shop. Taco arguably could have eaten the 2 cookies to get back up to full health and pick up the freeze. Let's see how Kath handles the Coral Rift here. It looks like Kath is not going to freeze like Taco did, which is understandable. Looks like Kath missed the flawless again, unfortunately, on the... I'm not sure which instrument was it keyboards? I think keyboards appeared and Kath tried to move to a side, or maybe just drop there. I didn't exactly notice what happened. but that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, another flawless miss, but good pulse on the Crow Wave to finish off. A good freeze by BronxTaco there in the exit room, so there's a great strategy to deal with Zone 4 exit rooms. When you have a defensive spell like freeze or shield, you can just walk up into the exit room and freeze, or use the spell, whatever spell it is, because the exit rooms usually have the highest amount of enemies, and Zone 4 especially is quite a tricky zone to deal with. So BronxTaco finds a food shop, is not able to kill as easily as it might seem. Could kill there now with the bomb, with the head swap as well. I think you might want to stick with Blast Helm, even though the regen is very nice, but Blast Helm is quite helpful for Melody because she's susceptible to false rounds, and Blast Helm does eliminate that if you have enough bombs. Could have also killed the food shop by buying the food. So there was a ham to purchase from the shop. If you purchase the ham and then stand to the right of the food shop and then use your bomb, so that's the way to kill the food shop using the Blast Helm. Usually Blast Helm will blow up all the items, but if you purchase the items that the shop is selling and then stand to the right of the food shop, so Kath is in here, could have used the pulse instead of a bomb, could have saved a bomb there, but that's fine. So yeah, you stand to the left, to the right of the food shop, then you Blast Helm, and then you walk left immediately to pick up the charm before it explodes, because there will be a bomb on top of it, and that's going to blow it up. But yeah, BronxTaco I think lost a flawless there, getting confused and just bumping into Fortissimo. But Kath is quite caught up here, with a decent build as well. Not as good as Taco's, I believe, but Kath does have a pulse, so that could speed things up significantly. Melody and defensive spells is the way to really go. Yeah, good thinking there from Kath, just pushing. You don't really need to be checking chests anymore. You are fairly close, this is a very close race, so just try to push and maybe use BronxTaco's screen if you're screen watching to try and map, because BronxTaco does have a map, not map, but map as well actually. I was thinking just a wall torch, but there is a map as well. So yeah, Kath right behind 5-2 and BronxTaco 5-2, same floor now. BronxTaco just one floor ahead now, getting the early exit, but this is a very close race indeed. Like Taco is pushing, getting caught up on skeletons. Black skulls are very spooky as Melody. Just freeze this, yeah, Kath, go. Good freeze. Just keep freezing here. Just keep pushing. The Ring of Peace is really helping BronxTaco here. Oh no, don't go to the shop. Just go. Don't stop checking for rings. BronxTaco is on the final boss already. You don't have time for this. I mean, it's a good ring, but you're wasting a lot of time checking the shop. You need to just go for the exit when the race is so close to the end. Yeah, good pulse there. Could have arguably gone through the shop and bombing through it. That's what I was thinking maybe Kath is trying to do, but BronxTaco already on the Necrodancer fight. 3 hits left. And Kath just started. So but BronxTaco getting caught up there a little bit, getting surrounded here. You need to go for Necrodancer there. So 1 hit left for BronxTaco, 2 hits left for Kath. Wow, really catching up there. You need to kill that skeleton behind the Necrodancer. Come on, Taco. Yeah, you got it. Oh my god, this is so close. This is such a close race, but it looks like BronxTaco is going to take it. So very good pushback from Kath. I think that shop check really kind of just cost you the game. There could be some delay shenanigans, but I'm pretty sure BronxTaco takes this one. So let's go ahead and give the loot to BronxTaco. That's the first one. Congratulations! Music lining up perfectly. And I just realized I should probably pull up my stream because I haven't really been paying attention to chat. There we go. Looks like BronxTaco is frozen up a bit. Maybe they're alt tapped. I guess looking at the Discord, looks like Kath might be using windowed mode, so if you're using windowed mode, the game doesn't freeze. If you're not using windowed, if you're on full screen, if you alt tab, the game freezes, so that's what it seems like from BronxTaco. I could refresh the stream just to be sure, but that's what it seems like to me. Doesn't look like it's frozen. Oh, did we lose BronxTaco? What's happening? Is Taco's stream down? Are we back? Oh, we're back. Okay. It's like race 2 is on the way. Frozen again? No. Okay. I guess I keep getting confused because I think Taco is just alt tabbing to check for a seed or something like that. And it keeps freezing. I keep getting scared that the stream has crashed or it's frozen. So the seeds have been entered. Looks like we're starting off now. We're immediately going. I think Kath is doing proper mapping there, just going through the wall to the right. BronxTaco is gonna go left and finds an apple, but I think this might be closed off. Maybe, maybe not. Looks like the rooms are connected, so that's good. But yeah, the exit there was usually you quite often want to dig through a wall. If there's a solid wall to your right, you very often might want to dig through that. Not always, of course, as is the case with mapping in every zone. Not always the same. So looks like there's a blood shop. Kath already checked it and see what there was. There's an obsidian torch and a pickaxe. I think both of those are good pickups. And BronxTaco does have an apple to make up for the health loss from the pickup. The pickaxe, sorry. It will help you go through some walls, although you know, the 1 heart it costs might be not as good to pay. But a shovel upgrade can speed things up a little bit, depending on the type of shovel. If you get courage shovel, then it speeds up a lot. If you just get a way to dig through higher tier walls, then still you don't need to be walking around a lot. So Kath already onto Fortissimo, the first boss. BronxTaco right behind her. Checking the black chest finds a heavy plate, which is very beautiful to see for Melody. Now, you don't always see it. Usually you will see Squega suit, which is 1.5 armor. Heavy plate is 2 armor, so that's a bit better, a bit more rare. But definitely EPR sometimes. Looks like I assume BronxTaco is going to do the same. And there is an obsidian torch for both of these racers, so that's gonna help with mapping quite a bit. Obsidian torch, one of my favorite torches. For those of you who might not be aware, obsidian torch will scale vision radius with your multiplier, but will not scale enemy aggro with multiplier. So it has the same aggro as a base torch, but a vision of a luminous torch if you can keep your multiplier up. So it will not draw extra enemies into you. So definitely one of the better torches. It's like we have Crown of Teleportation for Kath and Glass Slippers for BronxTaco. Let's see how long they last. They can definitely prove quite useful in the upcoming zone, Zone 3. Crown of Teleportation is going to serve as extra protection for Kath here. Could even use it offensively to intentionally break it, for example down a trapdoor, to try and get a closer teleport to the exit room, or just the boss. Usually a great way to use them is in boss rooms. Kath finds a bomb spell and a backpack, I think. Oh, backpack. Probably came from the 2-3 here, like BronxTaco as well. BronxTaco not going to pick up the crown. Ooh, there is a Darkened Shrine? Is that a real one? I think it might be a real one. So if you're not sure if it's a real one, yeah, this is a real one. You could pop that for Darkness. Darkness is a very good speedrunning shrine. It gives mapping and reduces... yeah, there it is. So it's a bit dark now, but you get full map, you get a compass, so you know exactly where you need to go, and it also reduces enemy aggro by turning off all torches, so enemies won't be chasing you down as much as they normally would, so that really helps speed things up, because you don't need to be killing as many enemies as you normally would. This could give BronxTaco a significant advantage over Kath. Looks like Kath finds Fireball spell, which is very nice. Good fireballing that ice there. Good use of the fireball, so is not going to slide. And there is a Courage Shovel, the best shovel you can get for speedrunning. You could kill Freddy here. Either you can just use a single bomb and then walk left as you keep attacking with the loot. Looks like Kath is not going to do it. If BronxTaco sees that, he might make use of that. It's a very fast thing to have, the Courage Shovel. So Kath is going to skip that. I think you definitely should kill Freddy for the Courage Shovel there. Oh no, we have a false round by Kath. Good quick reactions, very good quick reactions there. Placing a bomb there and using, I think, a cookie. Yeah, using a cookie to iframe the bomb explosion. So nicely done tactics there by Kath. Let's see what BronxTaco gets here. This is the fireball we've been talking about. Pick up that's cookies. You have quite low health. Why are you so reluctant to pick up the fireball? Just pick it up. What's that? Those are cookies, right? Come on. Or is that a familiar? Taco, come on, pick that up. What are you doing? What was that? I think that those are cookies, right? Maybe not, I could be wrong. That could be a familiar, but I think Kath would have had the familiar now if it was. So BronxTaco is going to be able to afford this Courage Shovel because it is free. But did not pick that up. I think those are cookies. Kath is a bit ahead. Only one heart though, so this is looking a bit spooky. Does have that heavy blade. But if you do get hit, you need to immediately eat that piece of chicken. Good quick reaction there by Taco on the left movement. You could walk up here there. You could significantly speed up the boss fight if you just walk up to the head to aggro it. Good bomb there. You don't really need to do the bomb with Melody. You can just walk up because the loot will automatically attack it and trigger the second phase. So didn't need to spend the bomb, could have just walked up. Looks like Kath has found cookies and some extra health, so looking a lot safer now, but BronxTaco right behind Kath because of the better build, dare I say. So Kath finds Blast on there, good usage of it. Does have the bomb spell, which is significantly better if you combine it with the Blast on. Has not been using it though, has been spending her own bombs, which is probably not what you want to do. Your bomb spell is off cooldown, you should be using that instead of your regular bombs. And also finds Earth Domes and some extra safety with the cookies, unfortunately killing the Pixie there, so not gonna get the heal. Using Earth Domes there, getting a bit surrounded there, yeah, this is looking a bit spooky, but did Taco just overtake her? No. Taco is still a bit behind there, one floor behind. Yes, you can just jump into those guys. You do have Blast Helm as well, so it looks like BronxTaco did find a Blast Helm too. This guy is kind of in the way. You can be using your Blast Helm. Remember, Blast Helm gives you iframes for 2 beats. So if you know you're about to get hit, I noticed that was the case with the Armadillo. Couldn't have gone left because the orange Armadillo would have just attacked him. So what you can do is you can Blast Helm and then just jump into the Armadillo, because if you Blast Helm, the next speed you're gonna have protection. And those are Earth Domes. Come on, Taco, you gotta pick those up. You're just skipping items. It is an interesting strategy that BronxTaco is doing right here. Earthing the spike traps. Probably expected the spike traps to clear, or the earth to clear the spike traps, but that's not what happened. It just places wall on top of them, although he did have Courage Shovel, so he couraged onto the spike traps, which was pretty nice to do. You do have Blast Storm though, you really should be using it a lot more. You can push a lot harder, just get into the exit rooms and just spam your Blast Storm. You have 12 bombs, just use those bombs aggressively. You have a very good build, you need to play more aggressive right now. You just push through enemies, dig through walls, and use your Blast Storm to kill enemies faster. Because Kath is gaining on you. It was a very slow zone 3 for Taco, and he did have the resources to play it a bit faster. Good Blast Storm there on the onto Death Metal. Can just finish off with a bomb here or a fireball. Goes for the hits. Could have sped things up a little bit. Yeah, good fireball there at the end. Oh, Cat getting surrounded there. Good use of the Blast Storm, like I was saying. Just use your resources. Blast Storm is a great weapon. Arguably could try to save one explosion here for maybe the final boss in case of a full surround or something like that. But good use. Only has one left. There's still you can still you still have the spell, or you just use blood magic. But is onto the Necrodancer right now. So yeah, BronxTaco just in zone 5 looks like he's not going to be able to catch up, even though he was very close. Kind of slowed down in zone 4 there. I think darkness plays a big role into this. Just a bit of a spook factor, playing zone 4 with darkness and not having the ring swap. You kind of really want to ring swap before you start playing more aggressively there, but didn't find one until late zone 4. So that's the darkness ring swap now, but it's a bit too late as Kath takes the win already. I looked away for 1 second and Necrodancer is dead, so GG's to Kath, and that's loot number 2 for the right side. There we go. Hi Grunting Crunchy. Yes, darkness does give compass as well. Looks like BronxTaco is going to finish this one off. How are you today, Crunchy? Actually noticed you were streaming, and I was when I was setting up my overlays, because I was getting replays and whatnot ready for just for this. I wanted to do a bit more advanced streams, and I started using MacSG to automate things a little bit, and also to set up replays. And I was using your stream because I saw it was online, so when I was testing, I like typed in your name. Then you went offline and things disappeared, and I got very confused. Like, no, what's happening? Did I break something? And then I just realized it's just you going offline. Yeah, you forgot to turn up things. I noticed. I noticed you were like pulling up overlays and whatnot. Yeah, I was watching that. It looks like we're on to the third race. The seats have been entered. Oof. I mean, it's okay. I actually assumed, I was thinking maybe you forgot to turn it off, but I assumed maybe you're just like testing with someone in chat with you, or doing audio balancing and things like that. So are you planning to do commentaries as well? Are we starting? What's happening? Wait, I got a message. Is it from the racers? It's not from the racers. Just a random Discord message. Good job, Kath, indeed. Kath has been playing quite well. So welcome, SS Galahad. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Is it SSG Galahad? I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but we're off now. Looks like there was an immediate trapdoor for both of our races. Yes, sir. Okay. Glad I'm getting a name correctly for once. Yeah, the racers, I think both of them dug to the right, but there was a wall, so they couldn't get through, having to walk around there. Looks like this crate is not gonna get checked. We're just gonna keep pushing. There is a red chest here for Path, probably Taco gonna check that as well. Cheese, not too bad, not too good though. Taco getting dunked there by the Minotaur. Nothing too horrible though. It's just still very early. We have ooh, Cat not. There was a cracked wall there. It looks like Cat is going to skip on that. That could be an issue there. Spending a bomb there unnecessarily. Thinking about picking up the ham, but it's not really necessary. It's not really necessary because Melody only has 2 hearts. It would be better if you get extra hearts, so then yeah, you get that extra value from the ham, but nothing really good. So Cat decided to not even pick it up, but just unnecessarily spending bomb then there, so that's unfortunate. Looks like Taco is going to check this blood shop and is going to get the leprechaun here. So Cat definitely has that very strong pushing mindset, and it has worked out once. It has not worked out the first time. Taco is playing a bit more safe here and just trying to pick up a decent build before you start pushing. So finds a torch in the blood shop, that's good. I think you eat the cheese here, Taco. Being on 1 heart is not really what you want to see. It's not great as Melody and I see racers often be reluctant to eat food suboptimally, like you're wasting a heart, but like if you lose enough hearts to use your cheese optimally, you're just dead. So there's no point, just eat it now to stay safe. So it looks like there's going to be a flawless victory for BronxTaco. I assume he's going to check black here for the same armor that Cat has. Looks like Cat has found floaties as well, and what was I saying? Floaties and an extra heart, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So Taco gets the armor, is gaining there onto Cat, and also has a torch, which could be quite helpful to help with mapping. Ooh, Taco getting a laser there. Gotta watch out. Looks like neither of these racers are doing the optimal Melody Dragon Dance. Ooh, there's a freeze spell for Cath there in the 2-3 shop, which is brilliant to have, and Cath doing a good thing there, just bombing a gold wall for it. Could have arguably gone back after getting enough gold to pick up the crown of Circlet of Telepathy. Because that will allow you to map a lot better. Yeah, there's an optimal Melody Dragon Dance, and what you do there is you try to bait out the Dragonfire. So, when you're like standing above the dragon, you want to go to a side, and not go to exactly above the dragon, but try to stand sideways from the dragon. So when you stay sideways, you're gonna bait out his fireball charge. When he starts charging fireball, then you start dodging, and you can kind of just run around. So you like dodge up, then go right again, and you can attack him on every single beat. Because when you bait out the fireball, you will delay his attack. This only works for red and blue dragons, doesn't work for green and earth dragons. When you bait out their attack. So when you bait it out, you can attack every single time, and it also works with cats. So if you have a cat as a weapon, you can just walk around the dragon like that and attack 6 beats in a row. I don't think that's the one you do in the challenge room thingy. In the challenge room thingy, you do like a regular Dragon Dance, the Cadence Dragon Dance. Ooh, BronxTaco taking a hit there, down to half heart now. Looking a bit spooky. Oh my god, please! Wow, that was just barely used a shield there. And Kath looking a lot better here. Also having that extra chicken at hand in case things go wrong. Looks like Taco has healed up a little bit, but still looking quite a bit spooky. What I really like about Kath's play, I have noticed Kath does use a lot of her spells. I've been seeing a lot of spell usage, and I do like that. You see very often spells just being underused. I'm not sure how Taco has been handling it. Maybe Taco has been handling it well as well. I just haven't noticed. Maybe he has been using spells when I haven't been looking. But Kath definitely using spells quite a lot, and that is very good. So finds shield and freeze, sticking with it over the aggressive spell, which is okay. If you want to go fast, you probably want that aggressive spell, want the fireball, but if you want to stay safe, which Taco I assume is probably spooked at this point, so it's a bit understandable to get both defensive spells. Taco does have the crown that Kath skipped, so Taco is gonna have even more mapping than Kath. Kath just doesn't have any mapping there, which could slow her down a little bit, so Taco gaining on Kath right here. And mapping could be quite helpful. Looks like, unfortunately, Taco is going to lose the flawless there. I haven't noticed what happened with Cassis Fortismol. Looks like they have missed the flawless there, unfortunately. Could once again bomb this shrine. Maybe just not aware of what shrines give, but if you bomb an unactivated boss shrine, you will get... Please pick that up. Please pick up the holy water. Okay. You will get yeah, good freeze there as well. Just walks into the room and freezes. That's exactly how we should be playing Zone 4. Ooh, taking the telemonkey there, BronxTaco. I don't think that was intentional, but it worked out. Yeah, so if you bomb the boss shrine, you will get ooh, I'm getting oh, I'm gonna have these. Hold up. I need to transition this. Where's my... Whoops. Hello, chat. There we go. Thank you for the follow, guys, and Crunchy. So what was I saying? Yeah, you can get cheese if you bomb the boss shrine. And this cat did not have item, so might as well just do that. Oh, that was a very nice pulse, getting 2 enemies at once. And yeah, pulsing and using fireballs on Blade Masters is a great way to kill them, because you just insta-kill them. Goes through their armor. Wait, are we mirrored? I think we're mirrored. What happened there? Oh? Why are we mirrored? Did Taco go offline? Let me just refresh this. Why does this keep happening? Oh, looks like Taco has died. I missed it. I didn't... Did you guys see what happened? I totally missed it. So yeah, Kath totally safe here. He does have floating boots, which are proving to be quite annoying in Zone 5. You don't get to stand on the conduit, so no zaps for you. But good use of the freeze there. As usual, Kath showing good spell usage. Kath definitely smells of a potential very good racer. Looks like Kath's strategy of just pushing really hard is paying off, although I'm not saying anything. It could still end horribly. Especially with all these enemies here and not having normal boots, or having boots of floating, which will prevent you from zapping, so crowd control is a bit of a problem here. It looks like Kath can handle the situation quite well. Even with full surrounds, we've seen not panicking, handling it well, just freezing and or bombing out of it, so I'm tempted to say Kath has this one in the bag. With the potion as well, and the armor, extra hard. Yes, this room is looking a bit spooky, but there's the freeze, yeah. The moment a room starts looking spooky, you freeze, losing the potion. But it's on to the Necrodancer. So it looks like Kath is not luring the Necrodancer, which is okay. But it can definitely speed things up. There was a good lure, although it did seem unintentional. There is a strategy to lure Necrodancer to come towards you, and it can speed both Necrodancer 1 for cadence and Necrodancer 2 for melody as well. So it's something you can practice, maybe just a tip on something if you want to improve. It is a bit tricky though, so I wouldn't expect most blood tier racers to know how to lure. It takes a while to learn. I did make a tutorial on luring It's posted on my YouTube channel, so or you can just ask about it in the Discord. It's in the Necrodancer tutorial as well. So yeah, it looks like Kath is going to take game 2. Sorry, game 3. So GG's to both the racers, very nice races. Seemed very high tier, I'd say. I wouldn't expect this level of play from both of the racers. So we've seen like 10-minute, 9-minute runs. Seemed fairly high tier. It looks like if these racers are blood tier, they're probably gonna be gold tiers quite soon. So I assume they might move up maybe next week. Hello, BronxTaco. Yes, shield does not protect from Crown of Thorns pickup. Is that how you died? I missed your death. I wasn't sure how you died. So yeah, it looks like BronxTaco and Kath have finished the race. Let me check if there are any more races happening.